Welcome Arithmetic Ninjas to adding and subtracting decimals with different numbers of decimal points. Now all we mean by that is that on question number 1 this has got 1 decimal place and this number's got 2 decimal places. 1 decimal place, 2 decimal places. This has got 3 decimal places and 1 decimal place. 3 decimal places, 1 decimal place and no decimal places. No decimal places, 1 decimal place and 3 decimal places. Now the obvious advice here is to put your decimal points in first. So on question number 1, I'm going to do exactly that. I've got 2 numbers to add up, so I'm going to need 2 decimal points. Line them up. Question number 2, again 2 numbers, so I'm going to need 2 decimal points. Question number 3, I've got 2 numbers, so 2 decimal points. Question number 19, I've actually got 3 numbers to add up, so I'm going to put in 3 decimal points. And exactly the same on number 20. 3 numbers to add up, so 3 decimal points. Now let's go back to question number 1. We've got 4.8 and 5.67. Now we've got everything lined up properly, and we know that it's an add, because some of these are takeaways, so we've got to watch out for that. This one's definitely an add. We've got a gap, and in that gap, we're going to put a 0 above the 7. We always fill in empty gaps with zeros. And now we can work it out. Nothing plus 7 is 7. 8 plus 6 is 14. Put the 4 in, carry the 1. 4 plus 5 is 9, plus the 1 is 10. Put the 0 in, carry the 1. But because we've got no more columns to do, that 1 that we've just carried can go straight in. Don't forget your decimal point. Final answer, 10.47. Moving on to question 2. We've got 2 numbers here. So we've got 24.6, take away 23.07. Now this one's a takeaway, so be very, very careful. Again, fill in your empty gap with a 0, and away we go. 0 take away 7. There's more on the floor, so borrow from next door. Borrow from the 6, that becomes a 5, and the 1 we borrowed makes the 0 into 10. 10 take away 7 is 3. 5 take away nothing is 5. 4 take away 3 is 1. And 2 take away 2 is nothing. Put your decimal point in. It's going to be 1.53. 1.53. On to question 14. We've got 30.204. Take away 27.1. And we've got 2 empty gaps here. So let's fill those empty gaps in with zeros before carrying on. Here we go. 4 take away nothing is 4. Nothing take nothing is nothing. 2 take 1 is 1. Nice and easy so far, but there's going to be a bit of borrowing next. 0 take away 7 we can't do. More on the floor, so borrow from next door. Borrow from the 3, that becomes a 2. And the 1 we've borrowed turns a 0 into 10. 10 take away 7 is 3. 2 take away 2 is nothing. Don't forget your decimal point. So your answer is 3.104. Don't forget that this 3 is in the units column and the 0 is in the tens column. But because it's no tens, you don't really need to say that 0 because it's no tens. So it's just 3 units, 0.104. 3.104. Question number 19. We've got 6.461. We've got 3.5. And we've got an 8 on the end. Now remember, 8 is the same as 8.0. So when we're filling it in our column method, that's going to be 8.0. We've got several gaps to fill in. So we can fill a 0 in there, fill the gap, fill another 0 there, fill the gap, and 2 more zeros underneath. So 8 is actually the same as 8.000. There's actually 3 zeros on the end of that one. But it's still worth the same. It's still worth 8. Now this one is an add. We're adding everything together. So here we go. 1 plus nothing is 1. 6 plus nothing is 6. 4 plus 5 plus nothing is 9. 6 plus 3 is 9. And 9 plus the 8 is 17. Put the 7 in. But because we're on the final column, the 1 can just go straight in as well. Don't forget your decimal point. And your final answer is 17.961. So for the last question, We've got 5. Now remember 5 is 5.0. So let's put that in first. 5.0 plus 4.9 plus 3.985. We've got quite a few zeros to fill in. So we've got empty gaps above the 5, 0, 0, and empty gaps above the 8, 0, 0. Always put those in just to clear your own mind and make it obvious what you're actually doing. So this one is also an add. So away we go. We've got 0 plus 0 plus 5 is 5. 0 plus 0 plus 8 is 8. 0 plus 9 is 9. Plus another 9 is 18. Put the 8 in, carry the 1. 5 plus 4 is 9. Plus 3 is 12. Plus the 1 I've just carried is 13. Put the 3 in. But because we're on the final column, the 1 for the 13 can just go straight in as well. Don't forget your decimal point. Final answer is 13.885. Now we've tried questions 1, 2, 14, 19 and 20. It's time for you to have a go at the rest. Don't forget to look at your symbol. Is it add or take away? And don't forget to line your decimal points up first. Good luck.